Did it
There it
go?
is. It
Oh,
went.
there you
We're
go.
live right now.
Okay.
We're live right now. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry.
Hello.
Let me apologize, first of all, for the delay. We had some a little technical difficulties, but we are here. This is R is Untitled. I am the R, the host, the moderator of the show. Thank you for joining me. Before I get started with telling you who's with me tonight, let's do these three words, shall we? Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, if you care for the content here, please like, share, and subscribe, as I would be honored if you would kindly do so. So, with that being said, thank you for joining. And who's with me today is Miss Evelyn. Evelyn from
Hello.
undisclosed location. I'm not going.
From the
Not going.
armpit of Connecticut.
The arm, damn, that's messed up. The armpit of Connecticut. Go figure that one out. And also joining me is the nemesis, the man that always questions, always, always questions my allegiance to my fandom of the Knicks. Always calling into question the Bishop. Your mic is live. Thanks for joining me tonight. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Can't complain.
Here we go. Here we
Can't
go.
complain.
You already know. Hey guys, did you guys watch this World Baseball Classic? I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't watch it. Doesn't these type of games don't really hold my attention like that. And I'm talking about that, the Olympics. I'm not a patriotic guy like that.
I haven't seen one I guess episode of the Olympics this year. Like I haven't seen any. I don't
I
even know
could,
what channel it's on.
like I said, I could care less to be perfectly honest. But Bishop, have you been watching this stuff or not really?
Yeah, I watched some of the World Baseball Classics. I watched because it's if you are, I know maybe Dom would be like, if you're a baseball enthusiast,
Mm-hmm.
to see like some of the high level baseball being played,
Mm-hmm.
and then like when some of these, how you get all of these talented guys on one team. It's and they all have this like national pride. Like every pitch, every hit, every swing is like
Right.
Really?
it's
And this is the Olympic
No,
baseball?
no
it's not Olympic. It's like it's like a
Oh, like a Pro Bowl type thing?
no
you can kind. Well,
It,
okay,
it,
it's a competition between different countries.
right,
It's sort of like a FIBA,
right.
but like
I
for
don't know what
baseball.
FIBA is.
Mm-hmm.
So FIBA is like a basketball tournament. Different countries compete,
Oh,
and
okay.
you're in different brackets, and
Okay.
you depending on how which teams come out of each bracket pool, then those are the teams. Then you have like a playoffs, and then you have like
Oh.
championship.
So
So it's
it's
sort of
basically kind of like the playoffs for
pretty
football.
much for yeah, but for countries in baseball.
Countries.
That's
Hmm.
awesome. I didn't know. I didn't even know that. I learned something new today. So
Well,
so
now,
Yeah,
they
now you might be turned on to something. You know what I'm saying? You
is
might be.
this is
yeah.
this new or has this been
No,
going on?
it's been going
It's
on for like 20, 25
Wow.
years.
has it been
25
Okay.
that
years.
many years? Has it been that many
Yeah,
years? Seriously?
yeah, it's been going on for quite some time. It's just now with all of the world events going on,
Right.
it's crazy and it's kind of ironic that Venezuela won and beat the US to win it, considering like
All right.
considering like the stuff that's going on with the US and Venezuela. It's
Exactly.
like kind of crazy that
I
they
bet they worked hard to beat the U.S. over that.
Somebody, yeah, I was online with now. Somebody actually used the word Maduro. They were seeking
yeah.
revenge for Maduro and whatnot. I was like, wow, okay. But it's funny that you say that Venezuela was victorious over a favored United States of America team.
Yeah, once DR lost, I was like, all right, well, the U.S. got a clear pathway because
Not so much. Not so much.
No,
Not this year.
yeah, Dominican Republic, they eat, sleep, drink, they inject baseball in their veins,
wow,
and
Exactly.
it's serious. It's serious business. It's
Yes, it is.
very
wow.
serious business in
It,
DR. Like,
it's almost on the same level as either China or Japan, if I'm not mistaken,
yeah,
because
they
they're
got
pretty
like
much the same
yeah,
way.
they
But
got like
is it do they have a national like a team like a
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
like a major league baseball team?
Well, no, they just have a bunch of very good players in
Right.
in the MLB. They spread
Okay.
out. They spread out all over the place, but just to have them all together, that was
Mhm.
kind of like crazy. And
Oh, I
just
got
to give
you.
you some, just to give you some perspective, some of these countries, like baseball is that's the thing. So
Yeah,
they have
yeah.
like they train and they have these kids that they raise from like young, and that's all they do is play baseball. They got
Wow. And then they bring them over here and put them with the Yankees.
oh no,
Hey,
With the
it's
Dodgers,
Dodgers. Exactly. Exactly.
with the Dodgers, because it's my one of my cousins.
Hmm.
She married a Dominican.
Oh.
Yeah, she
And they
married a
only go
Dominican.
to the Dodgers?
No, and he used to play baseball back in his country, and they had a son. I think I mentioned this to you all.
Okay.
And his son, he sent him when he got to middle school. He sent him to DR to be raised
Right.
in DR, and he
Right.
trained baseball. He told me they had like a
Wow.
guy. They had their own like a regimen. This
Hmm.
is what you did. They had they gave them
Wow.
they eat, slept, and breathed baseball.
Exactly.
And when he got back over here, he was 16. When he got back over here, the Dodgers signed him. The
Wow.
Dodgers
Yeah,
gave
you
him
did.
money.
I remember this. I remember this. You're right.
Really?
He
At
still,
16?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
he's still with their farm team or whatever it
Hmm.
is, and
Wow.
he's never gonna have to worry about any kind of financial.
No.
So he went over there as a middle school kid, and he came back as a grown man, like a baseball player. Like he
Wow.
looked like a grown man,
Wow.
and it was just like, yo, like they they have these guys over there, and
Hmm.
like 6'5", 6'6" is not it's not a big deal, and those guys
Hmm.
are like really big, and like you would think it's like they take it so seriously, like they give them IV vitamins. That's how serious they take it.
Oh,
Mm.
jeez.
Nah,
They
it's no joke.
oh
It's
my
no joke.
God. They
Like Bishop.
actually have them sit and put a needle in their arm and oh my
Well,
Yes,
God.
like Bishop
yes,
was saying, the matter of the fact is you have to have these guys. They take it serious and whatnot because again,
Wow.
the conditions in DR, obviously, we're not
yep.
talking
They
about
take it
the
out.
yeah, you understand? So they gotta make their money, and this is the way they do it. They this is the culture. You understand? Before, like in Major League Baseball, you used to see a pretty large majority, a percentage of black baseball players in the major leagues. Now that's not so much the case. Who's taking over that? It's been mostly DR. It's Japan.
Wow.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? This comp. I mean, I got to start getting back into the World Baseball Classic or whatnot and watch it because again, it is interesting to see these teams put these players together, repping their country and going up against other countries and whatnot. So
That's
I get
good.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really good.
It's
I
really
wish
serious. Yeah, it's really
and
serious.
what
yeah, for sure.
channel like what streaming channel is it on?
Well, you
Well, it
could
was on
probably.
ESPN. It was on ESPN. Some of the
Hmm.
games, I believe, was on ESPN. There was depending on what you
Hmm.
wanted, what games you wanted to see. There was
Right.
you
Right.
could watch if you got the right apparatus. You could watch
Exactly.
Yeah.
you could watch whatever
Exactly.
games you want to watch. But it was
For sure.
interesting. It was
For sure.
interesting to see, and you see some high level baseball being played.
Yeah, for sure. Let me
That's
just
cool.
take. Hold on for a second. Let me take the time to welcome Rob. Rob, your mic is live. Thanks for joining tonight. How are you, sir?
I am doing okay. Thanks for having me. As
Of
usual,
course.
appreciate you guys.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. We're just talking about the some of the World Baseball Classic and some of the parameters about how teams are formed. Where can we watch these games? Speaking on the culture of like Japan or also the Dominican Republic, these players and their impact on the Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I mean, baseball has become more of a world sport than an American sport now.
Yeah, yeah, it really has. To be honest with you.
Yeah. But it always was before, right?
It was
Not really.
America's sport,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
I
then
didn't know that.
other teams, other countries got involved in it, but then we brought it like Winter League and all this to to the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and all other Latin American countries because of the weather. And then Japan loved it. I guess, American base over there. So I don't know why, but, and so now it's become more of there are more foreigners in American baseball than there are Americans. That's
right. I've seen that. I've noticed that a lot from Asia and a lot from like South America.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me the names. I have no idea, but I've noticed that it's becoming a multi-diversive sport. It's not just for the quote unquote white American.
No.
Well, it's the world that we're living in, which is so crazy because all the sports are becoming like that.
Yeah.
It's becoming the world is becoming. I think with the internet and with access to stuff, and you remember before, like these countries didn't have access to American sports,
That's true.
but with the
Right.
internet and all sorts of stuff, like everybody has access to everything.
Yeah.
So it's not like you shut out. And I mean, at some point, the U.S. was the standard when it came to like athletics and things like that,
Right.
Right.
and some of the other countries they caught up, and so now it's just like we're no longer that gold standard, I should say.
No,
Because now
they're not.
you got players coming in from these other countries that are
Mhm.
head and shoulders above
Hmm.
some of the best players that are here, and
Right.
that's in a lot of sports. That's in basketball. That's in baseball. Only sport I believe now is like is still USA dominated is football, and I think
That's about it.
that's because football USA football is USA football. The other countries have
Right.
different types of football like that rugby and all that
Soccer.
other stuff.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't understand rugby. Like you're just
I couldn't even get into that my damn self. But
Bunch of
again,
Right.
bunch of big guys, skin to skin.
yes, yes,
Like, oh, man.
and
Listen.
getting dirty together, and that's a little.
yeah, pause right there. Just
Well,
saying.
other countries have cricket, yet baseball caught up. You
Right.
know,
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, cricket is more like golf than baseball.
no, not
No,
even
it's
close.
it's baseball, but
It's
just
baseball with only
weird.
two bases.
Right. It's English baseball.
Mm. Okay.
I thought cricket was where you were hitting a ball to like beat somebody. I don't know.
Proper baseball.
I wonder which was
Proper.
first. Was it cricket that was played first, or was it baseball?
Well, cricket is European, so I'm guessing probably cricket.
Maybe. Let's get into still continuing on with the WBC, of course. Aaron Judge in his comments saying that he prefers the crowd anticipation or should I say participation and the expectation level of the World Baseball Classic more so than the World Series.
That's because he didn't deliver.
And that's another thing. This one guy from ESPN took him to task and whatnot and say, I mean, was it really a bad tournament stats wise for him, or was it just that one particular game in the final with 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts? Is he referring to that? Because overall, I didn't think he had too much
like
bad
like
of a tournament.
He just didn't deliver in the big moments, and that's a continuation of what he does in MLB.
See, I don't think that's fair. I honestly don't think that's fair because in the last, he came out definitely in the World Series a little bit. Did he not?
How long ago was that?
Maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
Where's Dom? Because
I was just gonna say that he's the baseball guy.
Dom's gonna say, yeah, in garbage time, he did
Yeah.
something, but the whole time,
Oh man, come on,
when
man.
it
that's what
mattered,
he's gonna say.
I'm saying when it mattered, only thing I can say is when it mattered and they needed home runs, he was Mr. Almost. He didn't deliver. So
So
that's
we
kind of
Oh.
can't.
like
So we can't.
I thought he
Oh,
was the major slugger.
hold on.
he's
He is a
supposed to
major
be.
slugger. He is a major
Supposed to
slugger.
be. Supposed to be.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. Tell you honestly, man. We're talking about a guy that carried this team to not only the playoffs but carried them to the World Series. Come on, man. And just because he failed at certain points and whatnot, you know what?
It's a
That's
habit. It's a habit.
so we're not grateful for him carrying us to that point. We're not grateful for that.
Like I said,
Legends are made in the World Series. Come on,
exactly.
you know that. Derek Jeter was never the best shortstop in baseball. Never. From
Right.
Garcia Parra to A-Rod to everybody. But yet, with 5 rings and doing some wild plays in the World Series, he's a legend.
Yep.
Wow. Damn, man. That's cold blooded. I'm sorry, y'all. That's a little cold, man. I'm sorry. If it wasn't for
That's
this
just
guy,
that's just the way it works. That's just the way it works, dude. It's like, yo, can you get us across the finish line? If you get, you got us in the race, and you didn't get us across the finish line. So guess what? Nobody remembers, hey, all the hard work and everything that you did to get us there. Did we win it?
All right. Same
But
with
I
the Super
will
Bowl.
shout out Aaron Judge because his strike zone is taller than me. So the boy is 6'8".
exactly.
Strike zone is
He's
at least
6'8".
Yeah,
My
yeah.
God.
He's a big dude. He's a
Yeah,
big dude.
apparently.
He's a
Wow.
big dude.
Yes, he is. Yes, he
Wow.
is.
So
You know?
can we switch to Aaron Rodgers and why he won't make a decision?
Let me tell you something. We could talk about this for a quick minute. Aaron Rodgers is doing this typical diva thing. This is a yearly thing with him. He'll never make a quick decision. It's all about him and his ego, and he needs to
Right.
stop that. Just it's being really unfair to the organization, and that organization I'm talking about is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have made moves this offseason to try to entice Aaron Rodgers back to Pittsburgh. Okay,
Why?
and did he have a bad year last year? Let me ask you that, Bishop.
I,
Did you see his stats?
Sometimes it's just time to hang it up.
I
Like you can have
agree.
a decent year. You had a decent year, but at this stage in your career, decent is not good enough.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? Decent is not good enough. And it's like
granted.
some of these sports are young men's sports. They're young men's sports, and it's like
Right.
you had your time, you had your opportunity. Now it's time for the next generation to pick up the football and to run with it. It's like, yo, you had your time. It's like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna wait until you get like a significant injury, you break a collarbone, or you break some ribs, or
Well,
then
that's
your
what
life.
he wants. If that's what he wants, then
It's
let him
like,
have.
yeah, you're not even that good, dude. You're not even that good. It's not like you were Tom Brady. Like you're not even that good.
He
Right.
wasn't
Tell you
that good, but how many MVPs did he win? I think 3.
How many Super Bowls did he win?
He had a great career.
Yeah.
But I mean, in quarterback age, I guess he is on the high spectrum.
Of
So
course he is.
he should have retired after this season because he had a decent season.
He's 2 seasons too long. 2 seasons too long. It's like, yeah, you can be in there, you can put up decent stats, but you're not moving the needle. And it's like if you are just on a team that's trying to get to respectability, I guess fine. But if you're a team that's trying to play for a Super Bowl, that's not the guy.
Well,
Right.
I'm inclined to agree with you, Bishop. You know what I'm saying, and Ev and whatnot. I get it, but what bothers me about the situation is, again, yes, we mentioned his age. Yes, he should retire or whatnot. But my thing is just make a decision early. Stop keeping this team in the back. You know what I'm saying? Stop.
Is it his fault or is it their fault? Because they should have
It could
moved
be a
on
case.
already.
It
They
could be
should
a
have moved
case of
already.
both. It could be a case of both.
I think he's waiting to see who's going to have the highest contract. That's what he's waiting for.
I don't think so. I think the realization is this is the only team I'm willing to bet that the Pittsburgh Steelers is the only team that might have some remote interest in him.
You're
Everybody
right.
else is pretty much set. Even with quarterbacks that have less talent than Aaron Rodgers.
And they don't.
So in other words, you calling him a tease. He's a tease.
He is a tease, exactly.
The tease.
And this is every single year. Every
Right.
single
He
year.
did the same thing last year.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like,
And then what gets me is he's going to sign, if he signs, which he probably will, he's not going to attend any of the training camps because he thinks he's too good.
Like I said, ego, diva.
Yes.
That's just what he is.
Can't stand that.
That's just what he is. And it's not right to do that, to keep a team in the organization in a balance, whatnot, while you twiddling your thumbs trying to make up your mind. And you know what?
Fault.
It's both their
his
fault. It's
It's
both
not
their
his
fault.
fault. Just move on and find yourself a young quarterback
Yes, thank
that you can work
you.
with, and that's it. It's like, yo, you know what? You had your time, and it's like, what is he gonna do? He's gonna come back and show you. He's gonna sign with another team and take another team to the Super Bowl to show you that he still got it. If he had it, he would have done it
Right.
like 2 to 3 seasons ago. It's like
Right.
the only thing you're doing is you holding the organization hostage for mediocrity.
For likes and praise, basically.
Well, like I said, they made moves. You sign this guy to be a coach. What's his name? Is it McCarthy? I think
Mike McCarthy, yeah.
Mike McCarthy's the coach. You have a history with him. As a matter of fact, you won your only Super Bowl with Mike McCarthy at the helm of the Green Bay Packers or whatnot. You're bringing in an offensive player or two, a wide receiver and a running back and whatnot. You're trying to entice this guy back. And again, and I agree with you, Bishop. Why do that? Get somebody else,
So-
keep it moving, and that's it. And be done with the whole story. I understand that.
Right.
So if you look at all the primary quarterbacks in the league,
Mhm.
and then look at Aaron Rodgers. It's like dude, like you don't compare to any of those people. So, like, what are they doing? Like, what's really happening here? You know what I mean?
Right.
What's
sure,
what's
for
really
sure.
happening here? All of the young primary quarterbacks are the really good ones. They have a totally different skill set than Aaron Rodgers has, and it's like you had your time, dude. You had
Right.
your time.
But I don't understand why the Steelers are even looking at him in the first place.
Is
I
it that the
mean-
do they have a hard time breaking up?
I guess so.
Apparently, yeah.
I guess so. Well, there's that. Listen, they keep their coaches. Each coach they keep for a long time. I doubt if this is going to be the case in regards to McCarthy. I doubt that you're going to see this guy here for more than 5 years. You know, he's just a stopgap. He's just a
Yeah.
stopgap.
And he's old.
Exactly.
I shouldn't say old. God forbid. He is old as in like Andy Reid old. Andy Reid's
Hey.
up there too.
Right.
Well, these guys are coming to the end of the line, and it's like, what's Pittsburgh Steelers? They are like boys to men. They're so hard to say goodbye.
What's the other song? The end of the road.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You know, exactly.
And they see that's what I don't get. They're trying to replace Roethlisberger. They're trying to find somebody in that league when what they need to do is train. You know, if he's a good quarterback coach, then train somebody from the bottom up, like Will Howard.
Well, I mean, it's the problem with the Steelers, and this is just my opinion, they've always been competitive. They've been good. You know what I'm saying? They've won Super Bowls and all that stuff and whatnot, but they've never really tanked out. I've yet to see this team tank out like that. And what I mean by that is finish with a record of like 2-14 or 2-15, something like something.
This season might be the season.
Yeah, right.
Right. Doesn't Tomlin own a record of the most winning seasons?
Right.
Yes.
This
Yes,
season is going to be the season. Like everything
But
that
even-
can go wrong, it's probably
Right.
going to go wrong.
But even before Tomlin, you had
Cower.
You had
And
Cower, you had Chuck Noll or whatnot. This is the organization that has been straight all the way across, all the way across. They've been competitive. They don't
right.
have losers. They don't go into those funks for like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years where they're subpar. No, they've always been 500, near 500 or above.
So why would they hire a coach I mean, I get it. He's been around, but the guy's what, like almost 70.
Well, probably because they didn't. They wanted somebody again who was familiar with their free agent quarterback,
Mm,
aka Aaron Rodgers. Try to entice this guy back. That's why they didn't go with any hot pause offensive coordinators. You know what I'm saying? Or young, you know what I'm saying? Young college coaches. No, they wanted somebody that had some type of association with Aaron Rodgers to try to squeeze a little bit more, one more season of magic, so to speak.
yeah, I'm like, you know what? I don't really care,
I
honestly.
hear you. All right. Well, you the Steelers fan now, so
I am a Steeler fan because I grew up in Pittsburgh
okay,
and I'm
okay,
kind of indoctrinated. But
right.
I mean, come on, the
Hey,
guy yeah, he's got a good arm. Don't get me wrong, but are there no prospects? Is there nobody coming out
yeah.
of college?
Well, there are prospects. Here's let me see if I get Reggie in here. Reggie, your mic is live. Thanks for joining us tonight. I don't
Good evening,
know.
fellas. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Let me just get this out, Reg. I gotta tell you, this is where I have a beef with organizations when their scouting team fails them. You know what I'm saying? But you're putting money into this department, and the scouting fails.
Yeah, there's no. I can't.
The
I just have a
develop
hard time believing that.
development fails. You know what I'm saying? They have to put the work in or whatnot. If your organization is failing at that, you need to get rid of whoever you got and bring in new personnel.
A
Yeah,
new recruiting
exactly.
team.
That's what they're there for. I mean,
Yeah,
what are you holding a position for then? What are you holding a position for if you're not doing your job?
I don't think any of the you know I haven't seen they're doing more trading and replacing old with old
It's
instead
ridiculous.
of because there's no prospects.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Well, with that being said, let me move on. Let's go to a topic that Sir Reggie and I think the bishop may have chimed in on. Caitlin Clark, the MVP of the FIBA World Cup. And some issues. There's some issues. Some people are kind of up in arms about this. Why? I have no idea. I have no idea. Um, she played out to me. She played her ass off. I mean, she had the numbers, the average points per game, the assists, the rebounds. No one else
Oh,
came
that
close.
chick, yeah, the
No
one
one
that
else came close. Bishop, you know about this or no?
No. What's the issue?
Oh, let me see if I can find the story. Hold on
she's
a second.
named MVP of the Women's World Cup qualifying tournament. This is the one that looks she if you put her and not Urkel Screech together, they're like twins.
So this is the qualifying round,
Yeah, qualifying tournament. Yes, sir.
yeah. So who cares? Like who cares? Like what
I
does that
agree
mean?
with you. Who cares? But the issue is this carries over from the WNBA.
Right.
Nah, they
So,
just making
and
issues out of
people,
nothing.
she is Howard Stern, Floyd Mayweather. That's who she is. People watch her because they love her, and people watch her because they hate her and want to see her flaws. That's who she is in the WNBA. That's why they made it a big issue with Angel Reese, you know,
Paige Beckers.
Well,
exactly. So they're trying to do something, but shout out to her. First of all, she deserves the MVP.
Hmm.
Second of all, she got the WNBA 7 times the amount of money that they would have gotten. And nobody can deny that because it was literally her, because she sold out arenas. So give her props. She made what she did. I don't know why, but people love it. I personally like the blonde girl on as that's her teammate, the fighter one. But that's my thing.
So
Thank
when
you,
you
Rob.
when people make those statements and kind of like say, well, she revived the WNBA and this and that, anybody could have fit in that position. It's just who they wanted to put in the forefront, who they wanted to put the marketing money behind. She just so happened to be the one. It's not like she's doing anything revolutionary, because there's been plenty of WNBA players, white, black, orange, green, whatever you want to say,
But the
players
WNBA
that have
never
been,
put money behind anybody, including
well,
her.
what I'm saying,
She did it because of that competitiveness from college with Angel Reese. They brought that
no,
into the W.
she didn't do anything. It was the WNBA that decided that they wanted to profit off of this, making her a victim, making her the person that everybody hates, making her the victim of some kind of elaborate scheme between all of the players, all of the teams, all of the organizations. Everybody wants to see her fail. She's not the best the best white woman to play on the WNBA. Like this Diana Taurasi was doing this before we even heard of Caitlin Clark. There's been countless WNBA players that have records that will probably never be broken.
I
You know
agree
what I'm
with
saying?
you,
Like
but the
she's good.
WNBA at that time was a totally different WNBA then. Anybody
Yeah.
who wanted a team had a team. Shoot, I think even Michael Jordan had a team, and he was like the brokest NBA owner, and he had a WNBA team too that
Well,
folded in 2 years.
yeah,
So
but I'm saying the whole idea that because of her, like the WNBA made money and so forth. The WNBA was making money all along. They were just telling everybody they weren't making money. She
yeah,
didn't come
but
along in 2 seasons and turn every team's revenue around in 2 seasons. That just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Like
it
she's in the
makes
league.
sense. It makes sense when a team like, I don't know which team, but there was a couple of teams that couldn't sell out at nothing.
Uh,
Didn't sell 8,000 seats, but yet
right.
when she showed up, they sold 19,000.
So
So
how many times did they play Indiana Fever though? So
twice, and
if they
they
have a
they
team,
made
but I'm saying if they have what? How many games did they have?
40
40
something games. Yeah,
40 something games. So out of those 40 something games, 2 of those games were sold out because everybody wanted to see Caitlin Clark
Caitlin
play.
Clark. But
Okay, so out of the 40 something games,
I think what they tried to do is the WNBA tried to do the Magic Bird thing personally,
right, right.
With
with
her
Angel
and
Reese and
right,
Caitlin Clark.
right.
But it's two different players. It's two different type of
Right.
players. Now,
Oh, 100%. I agree with you.
if you said that you wanted to do Caitlin Clark and the young woman from Connecticut, the one I think she's better than Caitlin Clark. She just
That's
returned.
Paige. You talking about Paige?
Paige
Yeah,
Beckers.
Yes.
yeah.
Like
But the
Paige
thing is Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark had the
were in the same
things going
class.
on
Yeah.
in
Right.
college, you remember?
Right.
So that's where
Yeah.
they wanted it to
Right.
carry it over.
Right. But it's like
Waving the hand and all the
right.
BS.
But they wanted some sort of victim, some sort of she's being persecuted by all of these WNBA players, and it's kind of like that doesn't even make any sense. It's like it doesn't even make any sense. It's like because one person on the team is not going to move the needle. They might make it more exciting because people will come out and yeah, I agree. People will come out and see, but just her alone did not revitalize the WNBA because if you got 40 something games and you sell out 2 of those games because she's coming, what about the other 40 something games that you're not selling out? You don't understand what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it just didn't make any sense. And I get it. The WNBA started off with humble beginnings and so forth, but they've come a long way. They've come a long way. And this idea that, oh well, you have players in there and they're making $75,000 a year and this and that. It's like, yeah, the WNBA was making money. They were making money. This is what I tell you guys all along. They were making money.
They're
They were
cooking the
making money.
books. Cooking
Yeah,
the
they were
books.
making money and just kind of like maybe they were using the WNBA as a pit to absorb some of the money that they were making hand over fist in the
Mm.
NBA, and then saying, I'll make have losses to offset all of these gains. But the WNBA, it's like, okay, so now they stand their ground and say we're not going to play unless we get a fair wage, and I don't want to have to go play overseas. I don't want to have to play for a whole year in order to make a living playing women's basketball. Now all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, you can up the salary from 75,000 to minimum of like 300,000, like in the blink of an eye. So if you didn't have the money, where did it come from?
Right. No, but you knew because they faked the funk, so to
Right.
speak.
Correct.
Like a lot of people, a lot of first of all, the teams that own NBA teams own WNBA teams. So you
Correct.
can play with salary, where you
Exactly.
work,
Yes.
you may do most of your work for the NBA, ticket sales, but they're gonna pay you from the WNBA pool. So you operate one side of the
Right.
loss. Listen,
Right.
if you're paying a coach over $1 million,
Right.
then somehow you can afford it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
Let's see.
Exactly.
Let's see what our boy Dom has to say. Rob. He said the WNBA tried at every turn with many players, and it never worked. Clark became the golden goose. Her play has a lot to do with it, whether they were cooking the books or not. Never had increases. What do you guys think about that?
Well, you can certainly look at it that way, but again, she could have came in and then business could have been as usual. The WNBA players just decided, hey, doesn't matter. We won't play unless we get a fair working wage. We won't play.
Mm.
And it's like I don't want to have to go after the WNBA season. I don't want to have to go overseas and play for like 3 months before the season starts again. This is how injuries happen. Because you've been playing all year. Now you got a knee injury. Now your career is over. Or you got some kind of ACL injury or something. And it's like when WNBA players get hurt, it seems like they don't bounce back as quickly as the NBA players do. I don't know if it's
Mm.
because of the
So
money at
can
stake.
I respond? So
Yeah.
there's two WNBAs in my opinion. The
Okay.
first go round and the
Uh-huh.
second go round. The first go round, like I mentioned, everybody got a team. Everybody, whatever they invested 50 grand or whatever it was, and then they got a team.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, obviously, there was a lot of shitty owners and a lot of shitty teams, and so they never made it. Then they revamped the WNBA, cut out all these teams. It's like kind of like soccer. If you look at soccer in America today, it's way better than it was 10 years ago
Right.
because they cut out a lot of these crappy teams and they made it into something. And that's the same thing they did with the WNBA. So they consolidated
Hmm.
and so now they have a better product. So when people say the WNBA tried at every turn, well, when you had 50 teams and they all sucked, and you had great players, but you diluted the product so bad early on that people got turned off. So it took a while for it to get back into what it is now.
100% facts right there. 100%. I agree with you. 110%. Because now you got the problem of they've compressed it so much. Now you have talented players that don't get a spot because they don't have enough spots. So you have these talented college players that come out and they get drafted and the team doesn't even sign them. They don't even make the roster. And
Mm.
it's just like, wow, like you have some of these girls, it's like, yo, you've seen them play for 4 years, so you know what they're capable of doing. So you mean to tell me they can't play on a WNBA level? No, there's just not enough roster spots. And that's what
Mm.
a lot of the female players were having to go play overseas too. It's like there's not enough spots. Then if you get a spot, you're getting paid peanuts.
Yep.
You're getting paid peanuts. So it's like what are you really fighting for?
Mm.
What are you really fighting for? Now I do agree, like they did compress it and they made it a better product. But to say that after 2 seasons, because she's been in the WNBA Caitlin Clark has been in WNBA how many seasons? 3, 4 seasons?
I thought it was like 2.
Three, I
3?
think.
3?
And
Okay.
one of them, she was hurt. She was hurt for most of one of those seasons.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like to say that the whole WNBA has turned around in 2 seasons because one player. And it's like the team that you're playing on is like you're a 500 team. You're a 500 team. Like even when she was at the height of she's getting 30 points and how many assists, the Fever were like a 500 team. They weren't in the top of any division. They weren't like beating the brakes off of teams. And it's like they still had to figure out, okay, they fired the coach. They drafted some good players, and now they have a different coach, I believe. And it's like you still maybe you might be in the top 3 in your division. So it's like it's a team sport.
Yeah,
No
but
one person.
they were hurt last year, so a lot of them, like Caitlin was hurt.
Right.
The fighting girl that wrestled that other girl down, she
Yeah.
was hurt. She was out for half the season. So I think they have a good team. You know, I kind of because of Knicks Twitter, I kind of got into the WNBA with the New York Liberty.
Yeah, they do. I mean, the forward from the center that they got from South Carolina, she's good. I think they need to figure out.
They have a good
core.
Squad, a good core. Correct.
Yeah, they need to figure out. Caitlin Clark needs to figure out how she can maximize the big girl's usage, because it'll make the game a lot easier for her, because they can't double team if she's feeding the ball into.
What's
they
that
can't
girl's
double
name?
team her.
Boston, I think.
Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston.
And I think she's the best player on the team, to be honest.
Yeah, but the other coach, the one that they fired, when I would watch the games, I'm like, I don't understand why the two of them are not working off of each other, because it would be really hard for anybody to double team either one of them.
Right.
As a Knicks fan, I see the problem. You know, we got a big man and a point guard.
Oh boy, let's see. Knickerbocker Ave says she just needs to perfect that shot from the logo. Mm-hmm.
Well, there's only so many shots you're going to be able to hit from the logo on against competitive basketball players. And WNBA, I will give them this: they're extremely the teams that they have and the good players that they have are extremely competitive.
Right.
Like they might be flying over and dunking and playing above the rim, but they play really good, fundamentally sound basketball, and they are competitive, especially when the playoffs happen. You see some really good competitive games. So, and I'm not hating. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Caitlin Clark. I'm just saying to say that after 2 seasons, this one player has basically turned the whole WNBA franchise around.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, no, they realize, okay, well, we can capitalize off of some of this stuff, and then we can make it so that, I mean, they didn't even do this much for Larry Bird.
Do you understand that she made, as a WNBA player, $75,000 last year? Right. And in endorsements, she made $8 million.
Of course.
Wow.
Of course.
That's crazy.
What's up, live?
What's up?
Is that where some of the hate is coming from?
Not just a 1-year deal. She signed like a multi-year. She has Nike. She has all the Michael Jordan deals. The Nike, Gatorade, McDonald's. Right. She has the Michael Jordan deals in the WNBA for multiple years. So how does the WNBA look? Yeah, I'm going to give you, my spare change while you're making these major endorsements. And
that's still only
I think that's those two don't go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't, NBA players can't say, well, look at Michael Jordan. I need to get more money. I mean, they don't have a reason to, but you know what I'm saying? Like
every NBA player has to say thank you to Michael Jordan.
No question. No question. So that's why I kind of redirected that. I was like, okay, that's not the same shit, right?
No.
But
can I say something about that?
you're
Hold on, Reg.
Go ahead, Reg.
Go ahead, Reg.
Real quick question. Was Michael Jordan ever the highest paid player at any point during his tenure?
Yeah. Well, no. Maybe that like the last two
Yeah.
2 or 3 years of the Bulls where he was where the Bulls were signing him for like 20 mil a year, like 20,
Right.
30 mil a year. Maybe then. But my point is Caitlin is making money outside of the NBA, WNBA. You know what I'm saying? Like. I mean, just because Nike and Allstate or from the swoosh, I forgot State Farm. Yeah, State Farm. Just these are companies these are outside companies to the point of endorsement.
Yeah.
Okay, like that's not on.
These outside companies see her value while the WNBA doesn't. That's the thing.
No, I don't. Well, okay. Again, respectfully, I don't think that's even like we can't even say that because I mean the WNBA do say it, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's how much are they making as opposed to how much can they give her, right? It's almost the machine has created a monster, right? Where I think the young lady Angel Reese is making something close to like 4 mil, 5 mil. She got to be, like basketball is not paying them girls.
Let's put it in an NBA perspective. The NBA collective bargaining agreement is like almost 50-50. The WNBA is 20 for the players, 80 for the owners, and that's the new deal.
Right.
20-80.
Got to start somewhere.
Right.
So, wait a minute. So you said the WNBA is 20-80?
Correct. 80 for the owners,
right.
20 for the players.
So here it is.
Or whatever the hell they do.
Right. If they go 50-50, WNBA players, right? If they go 50-50, they're gonna bankrupt the WNBA.
No, they won't.
It's still already.
It was 20 is more than zero. Put it that way. You got to start somewhere. Before the NBA players got to 50-50, they had to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So the WNBA can't just say, well, because you paying NBA players this, that. You got to earn that. You got to earn that. You got to earn it. And it's like,
what if the revenue is not suggested? That's my whole point is whether you earn it or not, right? Does the overall revenue suggest that the WNBA is making enough to pay players to equate to a Caitlin Clarkson?
So before you got on, right? Sorry to cut you off. Before you got on, Rob, he put it in a nice, neat package, and kind of like the way he explained it is it was good in a sense because he said when the league first started, there were a whole bunch of teams. The product was diluted. Mm-hmm. They had to sit down and rethink it. So they got rid of some of the bad performing teams. They shrunk the WNBA down, which most businesses do if they've expanded too quickly. It's like now we got to retract because we need to remain profitable. Now, for the WNBA to put a story out that they're not making any money, it would mean that they were just doing it for the sake of doing it. And nobody in corporate America where
is going to do that.
Cash is king. Nobody's going to do that. And the proof of that is if the WNBA players hadn't stood 2 feet down and said, we're not going to play unless we get a fair working wage. We're not going to play. You're not going to have a league. They wouldn't have gotten the increase in salary from $75,000 to a minimum of $300,000. And some of these women will be making $500,000, whatever the situation is. Some of them will be, they won't have to go overseas to play, is what I'm trying to say. So
Okay.
The minimum salary.
No profit sharing. They weren't getting any profit sharing. So now they're getting 20%. So it's more than what they were getting. So it's kind of like it's in stages, and it's like, okay, well, as the league builds up, because you got to open up the books to say if it's 2080, they got to prove, okay, well, here's your 20%. So now there's some sort of disclosure going on. So now we can work from there. Our next collective bargaining agreement, we can say, okay, well, now we want 25% because we see that the league is making this. So now we want 25%, and then it's levels.
Increments.
It's levels to it.
Right.
It's levels to it. But to say that you're not making any money, and then in the blink of an eye, say we're going to pay these players a minimum of 300,000, and some of them are going to be making 600,000, and some of the primary players are going to be making $1 million and something. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Plus,
Yeah. No,
plus that's pretty crazy to me when you're saying that you weren't making any money. Where does this money come from?
Of course they're making money. So I'll give you an example. That blonde quarterback that everybody loves to hate. He was a rookie a couple of years ago. Had the highest selling jersey. I think he played for the Chargers. I don't remember his name. He had the #1 selling rookie jersey of all time. You know who beat him? Caitlin
Justin Herbert.
You're Justin Herbert. He had the #1 rookie selling jersey of all time. Caitlin Clark beat him, and they had no profit sharing on jersey sales.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, so when you, and again, in context, if she had the #1 selling jersey, where were these jerseys at? Because I didn't see any of them. Like when LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and all these. Right, I'm saying even. I mean, I watched some of the WNBA games.
See, there's a difference because when you're a rookie, it's a 1 year. That's where the record's made. You know, if somebody's wearing a Kobe Bryant jersey, Kobe played 20 years in the NBA, so they could have bought one this year. Another family member bought the one next year. You had 20 years, and you all had Kobe jerseys. Some had 8, some had 24. You know, you just put them in the laundry and wash them inside out so the numbers don't fade. But that's, you know what I'm saying? But we're talking about rookie sales. That's a 1 year deal. It's basically, it doesn't matter if she's been in the league now 3 years. It's the first year as rookie sales. She beat out the biggest jersey sales and
she didn't get any of that money.
She didn't get a dime.
So that means that they just had, it's not that they weren't making any money, they just had shitty deals for the players.
Correct. Yeah,
so,
I agree.
I'm reading the stats here, and it's true that women are making almost half what men are making for base salary.
No, they're making way less because the minimum salary for an NBA player is like
1.1 million.
And that's the guys who are just happy to be there.
Or at the end of the bench.
Exactly.
Right. They're not even playing. But a lot of these guys, and it depends on how many years you've been in the league. I think the veterans minimum is like what, 3 million, 5 million?
Yeah.
3.19 million.
Yeah.
For 10 plus years of
service.
service.
Salary this season, the highest paid in the WNBA is, I think, going to be 1.2 million.
That's
the max.
And that's nothing compared to what the guys are making.
Correct.
So they are. I understand why they're upset. I would be upset too.
Yeah, but you can't compare this. It's apples.
You can't,
and
they play
apples
double
and peanuts.
The games.
Right. It's apples and
double
peanuts.
The game.
Right.
And they sell out 20,000 seat arenas every night. I mean, come on. I'm a Knicks fan. The Knicks sucked for 20 years and still were top 5.
They were selling out. Right.
Yep.
So basically, no one wants to watch the women play.
Well, no. When it first came out, it was an appeal to it, and then it waned off because it's like nobody's. Don't get me wrong. I know this is going to sound a little crazy, but nobody wants to take their daughters to see a bunch of dude chicks running up and down, grabbing their crutches.
Oh my God! He just said dude chick.
And that's what it was when it was.
It was.
It was
They changed their image. There are a lot of pretty ones out there.
yeah,
right
they
now.
are very
right.
they're very delicate and very like effeminate. They done a lot to switch that up. You know what I'm saying? Now you still have
That was crazy, man.
yeah, but when you remember when Ruth what was that? What was her Ruth Hole? She played for the Comet. She was short, like muscular, like a lot of those WNBA players look like guys.
Yeah.
They look like
Yeah,
guys.
they do.
Yeah, but there were some that was so fine.
Ruth
Oh
Bolton
my God.
Holyfield. Yeah, Ruth Bolton Holyfield, I believe her name was. And I remember like the
Yeah,
Houston
Rebecca
Comets.
Lobo. Come on.
Yeah. But
Wasn't she
then
from UConn?
Yes, but then when Houston was on top of the game, they had like a few of them. I remember the tall woman she used to always wear the red lipstick.
Yes,
And she was a
yes. She
forward.
came to Atlantic City when I was there for a
Tina
boxing
Thompson?
match.
Tina Thompson, yeah. Oh,
No. I forget her name.
no, not Tina Thompson. No.
Tall, thin. Oh, she was. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I would have climbed those legs as a ladder. I promise you. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend.
Whoa, Rob. Whoa, Rob.
Okay.
This is a family show,
That
Rob.
sister
This is a
was
family
fine.
show.
We rated.
You brought it out in him. Brought it out in him. He brought it out in him.
Wow.
It wasn't Tina Thompson. I thought it was.
Yeah, it was. It was Tina Thompson. It was Tina Thompson.
Tina Thompson wasn't bad looking.
No, she used to wear that red
there was
lipstick.
somebody who I
Oh yeah, you don't know the red lipstick was serious. I love that.
Wow.
No, she had luscious lips. She had very desirable lips.
Okay.
But now when you look
by
in the WNBA,
by next week's show, I'll remember who she
I'm
was.
saying, now you have in the WNBA.
This was
you have
way
like
back.
a lot
She's
of
51.
you have a lot of nice looking WNBA players, and they've softened them up. They've kind of like, okay, well, you can still have one thing I don't like is like
What's
whenever there's a WNBA game and they're pushing like, oh, here's her wife and this and that and blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, I don't care about that. I just want to watch the game. I don't
And
want to know.
that's where me and my son be arguing. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like it's not. I don't feel comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever phobia you want to call it, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not a phobia. It's an uncomfort. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, you know what I'm saying? I think I said it before. I used to date a woman. She was a PR rep for the Liberty. And I went to like 2 and 3 games. And when I went, this shit was the crowd was hardcore lesbian.
Yep.
Like hardcore cigarette in the sleeve, bandana, cut on the face. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, it was
wow.
It's surprising, and it was actually the first time. I've never been to a Knicks game. That was the first time I was in the Garden that I could afford to go to the Garden, right? But I couldn't see the fucking Knicks. You know what I'm saying? My first Garden game was a Liberty game.
Wow.
You know, and I could not believe how. And again, this had to be. This was the early days, so whatever year that like the WNBA first started, maybe like the second, third, fourth, something like that, around up in there was them years. It was a long fucking time ago.
Wow.
But I couldn't believe how open like the shit was in there.
Well, that's what they were promoting, and that's what they're promoting now. And it's just like, hey, let's keep it about basketball. I don't think they was promoting it though, right? They didn't promote it, but it was what it was. Like if the majority of the players were that persuasion, you know what I'm saying? That orientation, the crowd followed suit. You know. Now they kind of promote it,
that
and
was
it's just
the
like
persuasion. Come on, you remember in college basketball?
Absolutely.
they, the women's basketball team, they were all, whatever of that
Yeah,
persuasion.
Right.
yeah, lesbian, right?
So it just transferred over to the W. But
Yeah.
talking about going to the Garden for a Liberty, that was a long time ago. That was the first go round, because when they got rid of all them teams, they made Dolan sell the team to the guy from Brooklyn.
Oh, did they? Okay, no, I didn't know that.
They play in the Barclay now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. They play.
Wow, I did not know that. Did not know that. Because again, I came up. Well, a friend of mine I grew up with, his daughter is Epiphany Prince. You know what I'm saying? So, and Epiphany was on. She started on Rutgers, and then she was all over the place. Then she came back to the Liberty, her hometown. Her and Taj Gibson used to throw events in the projects all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Okay.
Fort Greene representation, right? So, but yeah, what I'm saying, I did not know that they was in the Barclays, or I didn't know. I thought they was still
No.
in the Garden. Damn,
It's
see
too
how much?
expensive. It's
Yeah,
too
you see how much
expensive.
I follow that shit. Yeah.
It's too expensive in the Garden. Too expensive in the Garden. Go to Barclays.
Go to Barclay for $1.
Go to Barclays. It's too expensive.
$1 in a glizzy.
Yeah, too expensive. Too expensive.
Well, by the way, the Barclay sold out more for the WNBA than the Brooklyn Nets. Just saying.
That's not a surprise.
Yeah, I'm not saying
that's not too surprising.
But
I would love. That's a night out, man. You know what I'm saying? I would love to participate in something like that, man. That's a night out. It's a good night out, and it's a good place to be. So I don't.
Nice.
Yeah, the Barclays is beautiful.
Barclays,
you know what I'm saying? They just look like you're gonna fall the fuck up off of the goddamn seats.
Yeah,
there's so many in there. It's
steep.
Yeah, it's super.
Very steep. It's very steep.
Scaling. Right? It's scaling.
It's good for concerts. Like if you want to go watch a concert.
You know what? I didn't think about that. Yeah,
it's good for concert.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exactly. Did we get into this? Did we get into the new collective bargaining agreement that they made?
Yeah, we
Just
talked about it.
Just a little touch, right?
We talked about it. We talked about it, and like I said, in the blink of an eye, when they stood 2 feet down in the ground in the sand and said no more, and all of a sudden, you're able to pay them. They were making $75,000. Now they're going to be making $300,000.
Right.
And then some of them are going to be making. I guess the mid level will be making 600 and something thousand, and then the top tier, what they consider top tier players, will be making 1 point something million. And it's like, so the top tier players weren't making even $1 million back then.
No.
So now all of a sudden, where did you find all this money? Because now you're expanding, and you're paying the players more. Where'd you find all this money?
So can I ask a question?
Cooking the books. Yeah, go ahead. Live. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Caitlin, right? Does her gameplay? Because I heard y'all talking about Team 500 and whatever. Does her gameplay permit that her next check be maybe like an unprecedented one? On one of them bank breaking ones.
Well, unprecedented in the scheme of 1 point something million.
Yeah, 1.4.
Whatever the CBA is, that's
1.4 million. Exactly.
Right.
1.4.
Right. To that. Right. Would you say she could see a $5 million a year contract next year?
Nah.
That's too soon.
They got a CBA. Okay. It's going to be whatever it's signed for 4 or 5 years, whatever it is, and she's probably coming off the contract next year. So she's probably going to be under upper echelon, like $1 million or whatever it is, that whatever she's entitled to.
The highest
4-year player.
Yeah,
that's what she's going to get, because collective bargaining agreements like a union contract, so it doesn't matter. She can generate for the company $100 million, but whatever the CBA is, that's what she's
exactly.
Gonna get.
Exactly, because the Supermax is 1.4 million. That's it. You're not getting more than that.
So that means Asia Wilson, who been carrying that league
Right.
been carrying that league and winning championships and 4-time MVP and all that jazz. The most that she can max out is 1.4.
There you go. That's just what it is. That's just what it is.
Right, but I see her getting endorsements now. So maybe not on Caitlin's timetable, but I
Right.
see her getting
Yeah,
endorsements. So
you got to
I'm
find your
happy
niche.
for that.
What I'm
I'm
saying,
happy
you
for
got to find your niche. I think I will say I think that Caitlin Clark, the Caitlin Clark phenomenon opened up a lot of doors and windows for the marketing money and the
Yeah,
endorsement money.
that's
Mhm.
good. That's
But
good.
as far as like the basketball skill and like people saying, hey, if it wasn't for her, this and that, yo, Diana Taurasi, look up Diana Taurasi's records.
I
Right.
It's like,
remember her.
yo,
Yeah, I
the,
remember her. Yeah,
yo,
her and Sue
yo,
Bird. Yeah,
yeah, when Diana Taurasi was at the height of her career, she was a beast, and
Mm.
she was. I'm just like, so when people are like, oh, this is the first time that we've seen. No, it's not. No, it's not.
yeah,
Like there's
Mm.
been many others before Caitlin Clark,
yeah.
and there'll be many others after. Like I said, when Paige Beckers gets her footing, I think that she's going to be one of those players too.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
She just hasn't garnered the everybody hates me, nobody likes me. She just hasn't garnered that, but
Mm.
she's pretty
Yeah,
good, dude.
but that's exactly why I called her Howard Stern and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah,
Mm. Mm.
Gotcha, Rob. Exactly. Exactly.
yeah.
Guys, let's do a little moving on, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's go to the NBA. Yeah, rapid fire playoff seeding. On the Knickerbocker Ave Knicks fan forum earlier. I was on there as well, and we touched on this, and I was happy to be on that show. By the way, it's a great show, great discussion. Talk about playoff seeding. First of all, let me just be in general. Do you guys like the divisions or whatnot? It's either that or just in the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference, 1 through 8 based on their records.
I
Well,
think it sucks.
Yeah, I
what
think
do you
they went
mean?
away. They went away from the divisions. I don't even when you go look at standings, you don't even see divisions no more.
Yeah,
Like
you do.
if you
Yeah.
have to go look for it. Now you go
Mm.
NBA standings, it goes
Well,
1
you
through
know what? You're right.
15.
Yeah, yeah.
So for me, the issue that I have, and it's like you got to play the games, you got to win the games.
Right.
The issue that I have this year is that out of out of the teams that are at the top of the bracket, like Detroit, it's like you don't go from being like the perennial worst in the history of the league to being like this team that's going to contend for a championship. That's not how it works. So
Mhm.
while Detroit has had a phenomenal
Hmm.
regular season, they've had a phenomenal regular season. When the playoffs start, they're going to have to play teams that can
Yep.
hone in on what their weaknesses are.
Yep.
Right.
And Detroit came into the season. Everybody had a chip on their shoulder. Everybody on
Right.
that team had a chip on their shoulder, from the coach on down. So
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you remember last season. Like they won a lot. They lost a lot of games in the last second. They lost
Yes.
a lot of games when teams just the bounce of the ball, a rebound, the ball bounced one way. Somebody got a tip, and
Mhm.
they went home with. This season, they seem to have been getting a lot of those bounces. The ball has been bouncing their way,
Yes,
and
sir.
it's cool. I'm happy that they were able to exercise those demons from the previous season, but I'm not I'm not a believer. Like I don't think that the records reflect how good the teams are in these division, at least in the East. I don't think the records truly reflect that because I
Yeah,
Detroit,
no,
even
it
though
makes sense.
they've won more games, and a lot of those the games that they would have lost last season, they've won a lot of last minute shot, just them the ball bouncing their way. So
Right.
it's not like they still had to play the games. Now
Yeah,
where I'm
but
disappointed
they
at,
still whooped us by 82 points in 3
well, that's what I'm
games.
getting
Mm.
to. That's what I'm getting to
Hmm.
because with the team that we have, with the talent that we have, I feel like out of the 20, what do we have? 24 losses.
Something like that.
24 losses. Like
25 actually, but
20,
good.
25 losses,
Yes,
like
sir.
10 to 12 of those losses were self-inflicted.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right,
10 to
right.
12 of those losses were just like we just decided that we were just going to do something
What we-
totally different to
Mhm.
like
Right.
we wanted to win our way. We don't want to win
Right.
the right way. We just wanted to win
Right,
the way
right.
we wanted to win, and that's so it's like it's not a true reflection of because it's not a true reflection of who's the better team. Is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah. Sure.
I
And
can agree
then
with that.
the
Hmm.
Can
playoffs,
I
the
Sure.
jump in
playoff
for
thing,
1 second? I think Detroit is like Cleveland last year. They started out very
Yeah,
hot,
that's a good. That's a
and
good.
if you look at them right now, they're like a 500 team. I think they're like 6-6 in their last 12 games. So
Okay,
they're fading now. Cleveland at least lasted till the end of the season where they started to fade.
right. And
But
it's funny. It's funny you mentioned that, Rob, because right, the last 10 games they're 5-5. And I'm talking about Detroit, and also Cleveland is 5-5 in their last 10 games.
well,
So
Cleveland has an excuse. They
Yeah.
have an excuse.
Yeah.
They're incorporating Harden into their sets and stuff. Even though he's like the games that they've played that they've won that he's been Harden, like they've shown you can see the potential. With Detroit, what's happening is, and I was talking about this
mhm.
as the season is winding down, teams are focused. Even the bad teams are honing in on their weaknesses. Like they don't have shooting.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't have shooting. So I'm going to force you to shoot all game.
Mhm.
Like you're not going to be able to penetrate. You're not going to
Right.
be able to.
No,
So yeah, you can throw as many alley oops as you want to Durham. He's going to have to score Bam Adebayo points in order for you to win a
Right.
playoff series against a
Right.
good team.
And then after that, like all you really got to do is go look. You go or do the Jordan rules where Cade don't let him pass.
mm.
No,
You
you
just not
double
letting
team
him
him.
pass. He gonna get his little 30, 40 points a game.
Not
Don't let
even
him
that.
pass to nobody else
Well,
because
well,
nobody else can play that.
well. You know what? This is my issue with Detroit. Yeah, they have the best record in the East. I get that. Okay, but again, when the time comes to the playoffs, one it's going to be a whole different beast because they don't have a reliable
That's
secondary scorer.
right.
They
Mhm.
do not have.
So
So
in all of these games, when Detroit is playing, no team has
Neither do
double
the
teamed.
Knicks.
No team has double. But I'm saying no team has double teamed Cade to get the ball out of his hands. And one of the things that you're going to find in the playoffs is the defensive schemes are going to be a lot more aggressive
right,
and a lot different. And
right.
then one of the things that I will say is Tobias Harris has played out of his mind this season. Like
How
Tobias Harris, like
how long
people.
is that going to last?
But I'm saying people
Ah,
don't realize, but he doesn't. There's no pressure on him.
No.
There's no pressure
right.
on him. So he's
Right.
been delivering. He's been delivering. I'm like, yo, like I didn't know he was capable of playing this way, but there's no
Oh
pressure
nah.
on him.
Yeah. No. He
Just
used to when he was on the 76ers. He was a steady
yeah,
18 point
Mhm.
player. I mean, I remember him and Melo used to work out in the summer together. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So,
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
he was always, he actually, it was when he got traded to Detroit when he started sucking up the joint. Like
Yeah, because they were
he
losing.
was a different player. So to
They
Mhm.
your
were losing.
point, like he been a different player this whole year.
He
So,
been solid. He been solid this
yeah,
whole season.
can I give you my hot take?
Please.
Charlotte's going to knock out Detroit in the first round.
that's a possibility.
For sure. For sure.
That's kind of lukewarm for me right now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Charlotte's gonna
yeah,
space somebody. Charlotte, whoever they play in that first
no, yeah,
in that first round, they gonna
it's gonna
space
be a problem.
they
It's
gonna
gonna be.
space
I,
somebody
I,
because
I think Thompson going to lock that boy down.
By the way,
Thompson.
who am I seeing from
he
here
he
in a
can't
couple of days?
guard everybody. He can't guard everybody.
It's
They
seeing
got
me,
Well,
Rob.
Right,
All
right.
right.
That's
they
right.
got three
That's right.
they got three bona fide shooters. He can't lock everybody down. And he's
well,
prone
they
for
do. All the wings on Detroit play pretty good deep.
yeah,
Right.
but all of the shooters on Charlotte are pretty good shooters.
Well,
Yeah, no, and that pick and roll
I'm not.
is phenomenal, man. Like
Mm.
they pick and roll is
Not
phenomenal.
rookie hitting
The nipple.
50,
Oh
40,
yeah, the nipple.
90, which is
Yeah.
The nipple,
crazy.
the worst
That
name in NBA. The nipple,
purple
worst name.
nipple, whatever his name
No.
is.
Exactly.
Well,
Right.
the
50, 40, 90. That's Kevin Durant percentage.
Jeez. Word.
and then the Brandon
Miller.
Yeah,
Brandon
Brandon Miller.
Miller, yeah.
he's come into he's hurt a bit, but he's come into
Right.
his own. And I'm just like, yo, then they got the big who it's like, yo, only thing I got to do is get rebounds, be a deterrent, block some shots, get some putbacks, and
Mhm.
he good. He's like an upgraded Clint Capella type of player. And
Oh,
then you got
okay.
and then you got
I'm thinking more Jared Allen myself.
yeah, then you got the crazy dude, the one who
Bridges.
Bridges.
yeah. It's
I
like, yo,
called him crazy.
he's still good. He's still because at any given
Girlfriend
moment,
beater.
at any given
Cuckoo
moment,
for Cocoa Puffs.
at any given moment, it could go down. That's why I was surprised
That's
when
crazy. And
when they played Detroit and the fight was going down. I was like, yo, where's Miles Bridges at? Like,
where's
Is that-
Miles Bridges at? Yeah. See,
and then
and that's crazy too. Like when we was talking about getting a wing, everybody
Mhm.
was like, "Yo, get." No, I was like, "No, leave him and his troubles to somebody else."
he's got to
Mhm.
stay in Charlotte. He's got to stay in Charlotte because that he could be in the league and not have to deal
Right.
with all of that stuff in Charlotte. If he went to a bigger market, he would be
Yeah,
a
they
target.
would kill him.
He would
Yeah,
be a target. He would
they
be a
would kill
target.
him.
I tell you,
So
the Eastern Conference is kind of funny to me because you got maybe even I'll even say 4 teams that are right there. You know what I'm saying? I know you got Detroit, and I'm talking about you got Boston who's 4 games back, the Knicks 5 game back, and Cleveland who's 7.5 back. It might be over for Cleveland, but the other 2 squads, Boston and New York, I can see them flip flopping, and I even see New York possibly as Steve from the fan forum said that they could possibly take the division.
well, I don't know if that's going to happen because
Well,
Right,
the division is nothing. They just got to beat out Boston, which I think
Right.
they will do, and they'll beat a
They
2
will.
seed.
Yeah, they will. There's no question
Because
about that.
Boston has a tough schedule, and
Mhm.
the
The
Knicks
Knicks do
kind
not.
of
They
have
have
an
it easy.
easier schedule.
Exactly.
But
gotta-
we
That's
acting like
that's
we
not
acting like we don't want to. Like,
necessarily a good thing though,
still
yeah,
got to win. You still got to
because
win those games.
they play down to them
Yeah.
teams that
True.
aren't so good.
True that. True fact.
So
they play down. That's their MO this season.
They don't
They
play
play
down.
down to their competition.
No,
yes, they do.
They don't play down. What happens is the offense slows down when they play against teams that don't really have like the personnel. Brunson feels like it's got to be him. He's got to be the guy. So when they play Golden State, classic example, the game was slowed down to a snail's pace on offense for the purposes of Brunson jacking up all of those shots. We had mismatches with OG and Cat. The
Yes,
game
we
would
did.
have been as easy as ice cream and an apple pie, warm apple pie. But
He
they
had to
made
do the
game
interview.
hard. They made the game. I'm saying they made the game harder, made it a nail biter for no good reason. For no good reason. They should have
So your man could do the interview, bro.
Right, exactly.
So last night when they played,
Oh man.
like last night when they played, it's like, yo, we should be blowing the doors off this team.
Exactly.
All right, so they shooting out of their mind in the first half.
Right.
Okay, fine. We'll button up in the second half. And what happened when they buttoned up in the second half? It was
over. It was over at that point.
Yeah,
Exactly.
people got a little mad at me.
Why?
'Cause the first 3 games we played Indiana, they were a tanking team, and the 2 games we won by an average of 5 points, and then we lost one in overtime to a tanking team. And one guy who's the captain didn't play yesterday, and we win by 26.
Exactly. You heard what Josh Hart said at the end, right?
Yeah. That was
What'd he
hilarious,
say?
by the way. Oh man, you missed that.
Yeah,
What'd he say?
He had
He
30
told them,
points,
he said,
30 points, and he was 11 for 12 from the field. So he got 12 shots up. He was 5 for 5 from 3-point. He's like, hey, when did you realize that you were on a heater? Like, when did you realize? He says, well, I realized that I was going to be on the heater when Brunson didn't play because he's a ball hog. He wasn't going to hog the ball, and I was going to get some shots.
Wow.
Yeah, he said
He
that.
didn't say that,
no, he
bro.
killed
He
him.
did. He
Yeah,
said
he
that.
Killed him.
He did.
Yeah.
He's a ball hog, so I wasn't going to get any shots. So I knew when I found
I
out he
knew
was
him.
playing,
Yeah.
I was going to get some shots up.
And it's
I
funny.
knew.
It's
Yo,
funny,
And
man.
Alvarado
that's
had a great game,
crazy.
16 and 10. You know,
I gotta
Well,
ask you guys
yeah.
something,
They
and
had
this is
20
gonna be
points. Cat had 20 something points.
right.
OG
Yeah,
had 20 something points.
exactly.
Hard had 30. We just got to get Bridges. We just got to get Bridges up there.
I'm
Because
gonna
Yeah,
ask a
what's up
real.
with that dude?
I'm gonna ask. Yeah, something's going on with him. He has no confidence right now. I'm gonna ask a real asinine question right now.
Nah,
Okay.
good.
Okay, I'm gonna ask
That's
something
only you
really.
can do.
Exactly. What do you guys think? See, here's the thing. We seen last night what Alvarado could do. We even to an extent of what Kohler can do. Yeah, he's not
stop.
great defensively.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Stop.
No,
hold on,
Go
no,
ahead,
no,
go ahead, go
don't
ahead.
stop,
Go
don't
ahead, go ahead.
stop,
Go
because
ahead,
I was in a space yesterday with Kenny Anderson, legendary Kenny Anderson
Yes, sir.
from
Yes, sir.
Queens,
Yes,
and
sir.
he said the Knicks have all the pieces, except I don't think you can win with a 6'1" point guard.
Nah, that's
Mm,
bullshit. It just hasn't
mm.
happened. I don't believe that. What now today? I think to R's point, I believe he was
Yeah.
about to insinuate is that it might not be Brunson. You know what I'm saying? Because but I don't
No, but
again
he said like
Iverson.
a
If
6'1"
Iverson
point
had a
guard as the best player on the team, he says, I don't think can win.
No, so you
no,
can
yeah,
win
I
with
don't.
Brunson. You can win with Brunson. He just
Yeah,
can't be the main guy. He just
Mm.
can't be the
right,
main
Right, that's
guy.
what
right.
he said.
It,
Right. Like he
And you
right. It
can't
have
gotta
be
be.
guys.
the
It
one.
You
gotta
have
be. It gotta be
you got to
like
be
how Philly had it. You know what I'm
you got to
saying?
be stacked.
Where Eric Snow was pushing the ball and stuff like that.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like it can't be Brunson is not a pass
No.
second point guard. He's not a
Well, he
pass
never.
first, second, or third. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Like
No,
from
no,
what I
no.
understand, he never
No,
was a point guard. Was
no.
he? Not
So
really.
what you guys are missing, the
in
point you guys
college he was. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm saying the
okay.
point you guys are missing is Brunson is a very smart basketball player. He's very smart. Whatever you need him to do, he can do it on that court. He can do it on that court.
He
He's
chooses
just
not to.
choosing not to do it. And
Right.
for whatever reason, and it's like it's stifling Cat, it's stifling OG, and it's really negatively impacting Bridges because if you remember, Bridges mid-range game is
Yes.
Bridges has a supreme mid-range game. You
Yes.
can't thrive in the mid-range if somebody's ball hogging and backing down in the paint area. There's no mid-range for you to get. So there's a
Right.
lot of games where he's just out there playing D. He might get a hand grenade thrown his way. You know what I'm saying? If the shot clock is running down, or he get a corner three, but
Right.
there's really not a lot of shot opportunities for him. And it's like we got to get him back on point, and we gotta get somehow we got to get Brunson to realize you can still have the points. You just got to get him differently. Like when
Yeah.
they swing that ball around and he's open, he's cash. When he has the ball rotates to him and he takes that three, he's pretty much cash from
Yeah,
anywhere.
that movement
Yes,
shot.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
he's
I
pretty
agree.
much,
I agree.
or if he's catching the ball that's just rotating and he's on the move and he's got the defender, backing
Right.
up or move, he can get his points that way. He doesn't have to get his points with pounding the ball and dominating the ball with the footwork. So
Right.
we do wrong. We do need Brunson because
Okay.
he's too effective and efficient scorer as if he plays the right way.
I'm
If he
about to
can get
say, Bishop.
So
if
what's
he,
the
he can get those
reason?
20 points,
But
huh?
you also said that he can do anything. So what's the reason that he's playing this way?
Ego.
I agree with that. I
Ego.
call it
Yeah.
Napoleon
Ego.
complex.
Ah,
Ego.
Shortest guy on the
Ego.
team.
Ego. Because there's nights when I said the 10 to 12 games, there's nights where teams are geared to like he's the number one. Hey, we're gonna stop this guy.
mm-hmm.
We're gonna
Hmm.
stop this guy. And their defensive strategy in the way they structure their defense is to make sure that he doesn't kill them. And
Right.
he still won't move the ball. He
No.
still will try to do, and it's like there's been 10 to 12 games where he's done that, and it's like, yo, we just crashed and burned because we just stood around and watched him do it for the whole
Yeah.
game. And it's
Yeah.
Not for
like-
nothing, he did it in the first 2 games of the playoffs last year against Detroit, and 1 game was saved by Karl Anthony Towns and
Right.
campaign. If
Right.
you remember that.
Yes,
He did
sir.
it. He did it the first 2 games. 1 game we won and 1 game we lost.
Right.
But
Yeah.
because of heroics, we won 1. But
Right. But we shouldn't have lost that. We shouldn't have lost that other game. But
No.
be that as it may, it's like those are the things, and it's like, don't get me wrong. Like, I get where you were going when you were saying Alvarado moves the ball and this and that. That's just enrichment of the bench and so forth. And he even works better with Cat.
Yes, he
even
does.
works- He
Yes,
works
sir.
better with Cat.
Yeah,
He
him,
works
him,
better
him
with-
and Cole.
So if the coach, if we're all seeing this, why these coaches is not like, yo, my man, get on
Because
board, yo, like for real. What are they scared of this motherfucker?
His dad,
Yeah.
his
it's not
dad is-
Yes.
it's not a lot of players that can do what Brunson do.
his
hold
dad
on,
is
hold
you know
on.
what I'm
And
saying?
who's gonna tell Brunson that?
the
Mike
captain
Brown,
of the team.
Mike
captain
Brown,
of the
who
team.
acts like his mama, like when Brunson gets falls down, he goes, "Come here, baby, let me pick you up." Even though the dad is sitting there and saying, "Get your lazy ass up," you know, or who's, you know what I'm saying? This is like a family. This is an AAU team, in my opinion. You know, Daddy's one of the coaches. You got
Yep,
the
there
2
you go.
boys on the team. You know, you
Well-
got your godfather who runs the team.
So
Well,
I
OG
think we as students, you know, we professional observers.
Right.
You know, we know we can nitpick about what's happening,
Mhm.
but like we a better team this year than we were last year across the
question.
board.
No question.
Across
Well,
the
the thing-
board.
yeah,
It's
well,
just that we know, right, because we able to see a whole bunch of this shit, that Brunson need to do like Alvarado did, about 10 a game. It's too many people around you that can hit a shot for you not to be averaging
exactly.
10, 9, 10, 11 assists a game.
15
Right.
assists a game. 15 assists a game.
I
Cap
say
alone.
I give him. I because I know he's not a passer. Like everybody was arguing with me about him and Cat working together. They don't work together. They absolutely positively don't work together because
Right.
they would be on the court more together if they did. They wouldn't stagger them like they do. You know what I'm saying? One coming most of the first. One Brunson played all the first, the whole first. Cat is out of there by half of that.
Mm.
Cat is equally out of there after the second quarter. I mean, on the second, because he start the second quarter, he's out 5 minutes in. Then he come back maybe the last 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying, or something like that. But they not on the court together a lot because that pick and roll is non-existent.
But you want to know what? You want to know what I noticed? I noticed this about 50 games into the season.
What's that?
Brunson is scared to share the limelight.
Huh?
Brunson is scared to share the limelight because when OG and Cat are rolling, it's easy for them.
Right.
It's easy. Like when OG is going to the basket,
I actually agree
nobody's
with that completely.
nobody's
Because
standing.
they
nobody's
can make
standing
the
this way.
pass.
I'm
I
saying,
don't think
no.
Brunson can make the pass.
Yeah, nobody's standing in the front of OG when he's driving to the basket. In that half court set, he doesn't even need the ball. He's cutting to the basket. You
Right.
can't tell me that a max player in the NBA can't make a pass to a guy cutting to the basket. That just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. And then when you're saying a pick and roll, Cat will come out and set the screen. Brunson doesn't even look for Cat. There's some instances where he's open. He could shoot. He could shoot from 3. He could shoot the mid range. He could drive to the basket. It's like there's no like other guards. Alvarado loves playing with him. He loves playing with him because it's like, yo, this is easy money right here.
Exactly.
That's my point.
That was
my point about it.
But he doesn't
How
want.
come
He doesn't want to share the
Alvarado
spotlight.
has
He doesn't
more
want to share the spotlight.
alley-oops to Mitch than Brunson does, and Alvarado was just picked up.
Right.
He doesn't want to share the spotlight.
Brunson can't make the pass.
No, he doesn't want to share the
He
spotlight.
can't make those passes. I'm telling you.
Live.
You know what I'm saying?
Alvarado's shorter than Brunson, so
Live.
if
That
Alvarado
don't
can see
son.
over, why can't
Al,
Brunson?
Alvarado is a better
hey,
passer than Brunson.
live.
Brunson is not
I don't.
a passer.
Hey, live. I gotta
Yeah.
tell you.
Brunson is not a point guard.
I think he can make the pass. He doesn't. He chooses not to want to make the pass.
Exactly.
See now, you know what's fucked up about that? We should hope that he can make that pass because if he can make that pass, then he's really Chuck Mangione. You understand what I'm saying? And like he's really not the one that we need. Like last night proved that.
No, we need him. Don't get it twisted. We need him. We need him because when
I
We
don't
need him.
know,
We
man.
need him at the 2.
when he's playing the right way, when he's playing the right way and that ball is swinging, the Knicks are
And,
unstoppable.
but how often does it?
Right.
I've
There you
listened
go.
to you, Bishop.
There
I've been
you go.
listening to you, and you've repeated that repeatedly.
Yeah.
If he plays the right way,
If
at
he-
what point is he going to play the right way?
But I'm saying
Right.
the games that we blew teams out, that we blew the doors off teams, and he played the right way. He's more than capable, dude. He's more than capable of playing the right way. And last
Well,
night,
okay.
And how many assists in that? If he do it the right way, how many assists he gonna have in
he
that?
should have about 15 assists every game.
Okay,
because
so when
five
has
of
he? They
of
only
those-
did that twice.
But I'm saying 5 of those would be to Cat. You get 3 to 5 from OG. You get 3 to 5 from Bridges in that mid range.
When
then the
has he
rest-
ever? When has he ever had 5 assists to Cat?
Because he doesn't look for it. He doesn't look for
Right.
it. He doesn't look for it.
That's my point.
So to your
That's my
point,
point.
when does he play the right way?
Yeah.
You say it, but he does not do it.
Right.
He does not do
That's
it.
on him.
So
That's on him.
So you can't sit here and say we need him if he plays the right way. He never does.
We need him. He's more than capable of playing the right way. I'd much rather have him on my team than not have him on my team.
Right. We need him regardless.
Yes.
You take him off the team in the playoffs, then we're in big trouble. Regardless
Yeah,
if he plays the right way or doesn't play the right way, we need him on the team. We need his scoring.
I'm the last motherfucker to say that we don't need Brunson, right? That's not what I'm implying, right?
Okay.
What I'm saying is I think he's a 2 guard, right? I think
100%.
he's the wrong point guard for us, man. You know what I'm saying? Like and I know that sounds blasphemous. I even have a hard time saying this shit. You understand what I'm saying? But it's to everyone's point, you understand? He is counterproductive, right?
Wow.
You got a
He's
50
too small
million
to be a 2
million-
guard, and he's not athletic.
Right. Well, I mean, shit. He doesn't pass. He's a 5'9" point guard that doesn't pass. That's the same fucked up situation wherever you put him, right? So my point is, I'm like, listen, man, I hate to. I'm not going to even say it about Halliburton because we could have had Halliburton. You understand what I'm saying? All right. But we need a point guard that can match him up. I mean, the reason why Mitch is not a scoring threat is because of Brunson, right? And for however long we didn't have a point guard was how long Mitch ain't have a lob threat. What wasn't a lob threat.
I disagree because I remember this guy who plays in Canada, who's from Canada, kept throwing lobs to Mitch more than Brunson did, by the way.
Who you talking about? Quickly?
R.J. Barrett.
R.J. Barrett wasn't a point guard, right? No,
but
I agree with you, Rob. I agree with
lobs to Mitch. That's all I'm saying.
Right,
point guard doesn't.
How many of them were per game? Right? How many of them? We didn't see those every game.
Right.
We didn't see those every 2 games.
Right. My point being is R.J. did it more than the point guard did it.
Okay.
I agree with you on that, but that's not even like we're not even talking about the point about him being a lob threat. That didn't make him a lob threat. They wasn't like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? RJ and Mitch is coming down the block. Ain't nobody say that.
I think RJ did it by accident. He was scared of getting blocked at the rim, so he said, "Oh, Mitch is there. Let me just lob it up."
Right.
This season, OG has been throwing lobs to Mitch. So
Right.
it's just a matter of whether you want to play team ball or you want to be Carmelo. I
You want
love
to be
Carmelo.
Carmelo. Right. He
I
want to be
love
Carmelo.
I love Carmelo Anthony, one of my all-time favorite players. But
Love him
when it
too.
comes to winning basketball
Right.
and mellow basketball was two different things.
Yeah.
Two different things.
Two
I agree.
totally
I
different
agree.
things. And I think Brunson is
I agree.
kind of like stuck in that. And it's like, if you watch his game, like he's got a high basketball IQ.
Right.
He's just choosing to be, and it was kind of crazy that his boy said it. So if his boy is putting him on blast and saying that, you know what I'm saying? I remember last season OG said it. OG had a problem, and OG said something. Cat for some reason is afraid to say something, or I don't know what it
Bridges
is.
said it the other day.
Yeah, and it's like those are his guys. You know what I'm saying? And Bridges is suffering the most from it. It's
Right.
hard.
Bridges said the ball is not finding me.
Right.
That shit mean I'm
I'm
finding the
getting,
ball, but the ball ain't finding me.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
And it's like Bridges
Auntie,
when he was with when he was with Brooklyn, he was bringing the ball up. He was setting the table. He was getting guys involved. He was getting what, like 15 to 18 shots a game. He was
See, here's the
Auntie
one thing
Brunson
that I
blocked
don't.
me on Twitter because I said there is a Brunson on the team that throws great passes. We've seen it at the All-Star game at that skills competition.
no.
Wow. Wow. All
So
right, gentlemen.
when Evil Brunson shows up, forget about it.
Exactly. It's over. That's
Yeah.
what kills me, man. When I see this guy shooting like a 5 for 23 and you still putting up shots, that absolutely kills me. It's not.
Looking guys off. Looking guys off.
Yes, sir. You're not. Yo, stop. At what point do we stop and say, "Hey"? Do we realize? Okay, the shots ain't falling for me tonight. I ain't got it. Let me facilitate. Let me expose the mismatches. You know what I'm saying? But
So
his
what?
refusal to do that kills me.
So
Yeah.
when you remember when when Detroit played, Isaiah Thomas was at the helm. At any given night, Isaiah could have sacrificed the team's wins to get 20, 30 points a game.
Right.
But what he did was he allowed his teammates to get into their groove and get involved.
Right.
And then by the end of the third quarter, fourth quarter, he would put the dressing on it, or he would pick and choose his spots. I got 5 points in this quarter, 3 points in this quarter,
Yes, sir.
6 points in this quarter, even if it's like free throws, a jump shot here and there,
Right.
a layup.
Right.
And by the time the game was over, he got 20 points,
For sure. I remember that.
12 assists.
Look
You
at
know what I'm saying?
Isaiah's
And
playoff statistics. During the season, he averaged over 23 shots a game. In the playoffs, he was 18, 17. He took
And-
less shots in the playoffs and got his teammates more involved.
Right.
And his assists went up in
Right.
their finals runs.
right. Because it was like, yo, I'm giving the ball to the person who's hot. Like if Vinny
Right.
Johnson coming off the
Makes
bench, if he
sense.
hot, he getting the
Makes
ball.
sense.
If Dumars is hot, he getting the ball. If Lane Beers is rolling, he getting the ball. And I got the ball in my hands at any given point in time. So if the ball rotates, I get a wide open shot. If the ball comes to me around, I could drive to the basket. I got a floater. If the ball, I could drive to the basket, put it off the backboard. Like he's got
Right.
so many options in his bag. You don't have to be the main guy. And what the Knicks are starting to, what the team is realizing, and he realizes it too. It's like teams are structuring their defense to stalemate him, and he's still being stubborn and still trying to, like when they played Atlanta, when they had the Australian guy, what's his name, with the long arms and the hazel eyes,
Dyson Daniels.
Dyson Daniels. That dude,
Yeah, he's a strange looking good dude, man.
that dude is like,
Like he look like
that dude.
what they call that Mr.
Terminator.
Tomorrow remember
Yeah.
hey, that's a weird looking motherfucker.
Right.
He's like the Terminator. That dude does not stop coming. He got long
Yeah, he don't.
arms.
Right.
He got super long arms. He fighting through screens. You got to set like 5 screens on him, and he's still fighting through and coming. And he stole the ball from you. He blocking your shot.
Right.
And you still trying to shoot over him. When
Yeah.
they played the Atlanta Hawks got 7 guys that they put on that they can put out there, the 6'6", 6'7", that can rotate and guard you, and you're
Right.
still trying to shoot them.
And you're still trying to bust everybody's ass. Yeah.
Boston has a lot of guys that can
Mhm.
match up with you, and you're still trying to shoot over guys or still forcing it up. Orlando, same situation. Like there's a bunch of teams. OKC, there's a bunch of teams that got guys that can stop you, and you still won't acquiesce, and you still won't. And it's just like, yo, dude, like what's happening here?
Still want to be Evil Brunson.
Still want to
Just
be
an
Evil Brunson.
FYI, I know we call players from other teams weird looking and so on and so forth, but fans of other teams call Brunson Predator Head. So
Yeah,
That's crazy.
he does. He does.
Exactly.
His head is like really large for his body.
Yeah, and like he got an extra cranium, like he got an extra one, like it's like it's almost like soft serve, like it's another knot right there. And his hairline don't make it no better. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man, guys, let me get ready to wrap this up, man. But it's been a true honor and pleasure sharing this platform with you guys. I appreciate everyone that's on the line, even Ev, who bounced and whatnot. Rob, thanks for coming on. Exactly. Reg, Mr. Live.
Always appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. See you next week.
Yes,
God
sir.
willing.
Yep.
Peace, brothers.
That'll be good.